In the animal kingdom, color is key. Sometimes it reveals an animal's sex, as with birds, and other times it's a warning sign. Of course, animals use their colors for protection, too, to camouflage themselves while hunting or to avoid becoming prey. So, what happens when an animal lacks the ability to produce the melanin that makes those defining colors? Many of those animals have albinism, a genetic disorder that causes a lack of the pigment melanin. So today, I'm going to tell you about the 10 albino animals around the world. 1. Alligator. 2 albino American alligators reside at the Alligator Bay Zoological Park in France, but the US has some, too. One of the most famous is a popular attraction at the California Academy of Sciences. Probably because albinism can be inherited, many albino alligators were found year after year in a single nest in Louisiana. Most alligator hatchlings are eaten before reaching adulthood, and albino alligators especially don't survive long in the wild. 2. Hummingbird. The ruby-throated hummingbird is one of the most common hummingbird species in North America, and albinos of this species have pinkish eyes, feet, and bills. To get an idea of how rare this is, the chance of a bird being albino is believed to be 0.0005%. Only a few albino ruby-throated hummingbirds have been reported throughout history. Since 2019, they have been spotted in Ohio and Alabama, but those sightings were not expert verified. 3. Zebra. The characteristic black stripes of the zebra are an orangey gold color, inspiring the nickname golden zebra. Albino zebras can range in color from this tan shade to almost completely white, but they always retain a faint stripe pattern. Zebras are one of the only animal species that might benefit from albinism. On dry, dusty plains, this coloring may actually help them blend in more with the environment. 4. Fishing cat. Fishing cats are listed as vulnerable by the IUCN, and their populations are continuously declining. That makes fishing cats with albinism even more rare. 4 albino fishing cats were captured, amazingly, during an 18-month span around 2001 in the Hor Basin of Bangladesh. According to a 2012 research paper, this suggested that albinism may be somewhat established in this population. In the years since, experts have lumped albino fishing cats into a broader group of animals that have a condition called pseudomelanism. 5. Donkey. The Asinara donkey is a type of feral donkey that lives on the island of Asinara, which lies off the northwest coast of Sardinia, Italy. Almost the entire population, about 140 donkeys, is albino, and the few gray donkeys among the herd are thought to carry the albino gene. 6. Skunks. In 2017, forests, fish and wildlife officers from the Canadian province of Prince Edward Island posted a nighttime photo of an albino skunk, and it looked remarkably like a cat. Officers told local media it was the first time they had ever seen one. Sightings seem to be less rare, however, in Greer, South Carolina. In fact, albino skunks are supposedly so common that an annual music festival is named after them. 7. Racoon. In 2015, an albino raccoon was captured in Valparaiso, Indiana, and brought to the Moraine Ridge Wildlife Center for treatment. Raccoons normally live only 2 or 3 years, and this one was at least that old, according to the center's director, Stephanie Kodlitz. This was especially surprising, because albino raccoons face many challenges in the wild. They lack the camouflage that protects them from predators and also may not be able to mate if they get rejected by their species. According to the Cleveland Museum of Natural History, which has its own albino raccoon, only 1 in every 10,000 to 20,000 raccoons is born with albinism. 8. Snail. Do not confuse the albino snail with an all-white species of snail aptly called the white garden snail. In 2011, a giant carnivorous albino snail was found in New Zealand. It was supposedly only the second one ever recorded. While albino snails may be kept as pets, their darker-colored comrades are the ones people prefer to eat. Like other albino species, albino snails are easy prey for birds and other predators. 9. Frogs. Do any frogs qualify as snow-white animals? Yes. An albino frog is not a specific type of frog. It's one with a recessive gene. They have glowing white skin and red eyes. Though they look different from most other frogs, albino frogs don't have any special health issues, due to their lack of color. Albino frogs are popular pets, because they look so different from other frogs. This is a good thing, because an albino frog in the wild would be at high risk of being eaten due to its high visibility. The bodies of these frogs sometimes have a pink tinge. This is because their blood vessels can be seen through their papery skin. Owners of these frogs need to monitor the amount of light in the aquarium to ensure the frog isn't getting too much. 10. Koala Bear. A white koala bear is one of the rarest sights in captivity and in the wild. A white koala bear has a recessive gene that causes it to develop a white coat. White koala bears don't have any types of health issues different from gray or brown koala bears. But, once again, a white koala bear that lives in the wild is in more danger from predators than one that can blend into its habitat. The Australia Zoo in Queensland was lucky enough to welcome a white koala bear, Joey. So, due to the nature of these animals, they face various difficulties in many cases. Often they find it very difficult to live in a normal environment. If you see such animals, be sure not to disturb them.